What's up, everyone? It's Gabby Trades, and welcome back to the channel. Well, market is showing resilience, and the confirmation we were looking for came in. So we're about to see what that means. Also, important updates in terms of some news, and we'll look at that as well. But you guys, as usual, before we jump in, make sure you smash that like button, subscribe if you're new here, and hit the bell notification so you always get notified when I'm live here with you, giving you my analysis and the price breakdowns. So first and foremost, you guys, we have CPI, right? CPI is coming in today. Let's see if I've closed everything here. Yes. So yeah, that's important. It's coming today. It's going to be projected for 0.3. Let's see what the results are going to be. That's the core CPI. The CPI month over month is looking kind of nice, and year over year a little bit above. But yeah, let's see how that rolls. And then as usual on Thursday, we're going to have the PPI after, which usually follows the CPI. Now, why is this important? Because markets are particularly sensitive to CPI outcomes, right? So what does that mean? That means that if inflation cools, expectations for the Fed to cut to pause in September, they're absolutely possible. So yeah, that could that could support equities, right? But on the upside, it may surprise and trigger profit taking, right? Especially given the elevated valuations that we currently have had, and the seasonal cautions that people are looking out for, right? But over here, if we look at the I'm not sure if you can see this whole thing. Yes, make sure you hit the like button. Hello, Diamond Eyes. I can see you guys now typing in the chat. That's amazing. So yeah, over here, this is the CPI for June. As you can see, slight uptick down here, and we've had quite a lower in April and May. Was pretty nice, and the reason for that was obviously because we had energy supporting the CPI report. If you can look at that, you can get that report as well. It's online, available for everyone to get. But basically, what's important over here is to look at energy, right? Because in the last CPI reports that we got, for that were very low, we had in fact energy prices that helped with that CPI. So it's very important that we go ahead and look at the crude oil and what crude oil is doing to kind of see if we can get any clues on what the CPI is going to give us. But of course, do not forget, right? CPI is CPI, but if you come down here, it's very clear that, there can be sampling errors in the CPI report, right? It is a statistical estimate subject to sampling errors, right? So even if we get, the report, it is always a subject to errors. I want you guys to keep that in mind. Good morning, Tom. Good morning, Steve. Hope it comes in lower to get some rate cuts in September. Yeah, same here. We're going to have a crude oil as well to see what's happening. But going back to our favorite President Trump, he clarified yesterday that gold is not going to be a subject to tariffs, right? That was clarified yesterday. So imports will not be subject to tariffs, and that alleviated a wave of market anxiety following prior customs ruling suggesting otherwise, right? So gold futures, interestingly enough, fell approximately 2.4%. And you guys know, because we've been short gold. I showed you on Discord. And by the way, if you haven't come on Discord, make sure you do that over here. What you can do is come on the video. I don't know why these ads are so stubborn down here, but if you scroll down, or if you're live, I've pinned a message in the chat box. And if you're not live and you're watching post the live, you can join Discord by clicking the link down here. It will directly send you an invite to join Discord, where you'll see my gold trade, for example, the one that I took yesterday on a new account. And also, by the way, we have a new promotion over here, which I'm going to talk to you about in a little bit later. But it's in regards bluffing. Again, you can get 100% refund on losses, which is pretty cool. So again, you guys, that's one thing you can do. But going back to gold over here, it's interesting because the uncertainty has previously pushed gold to record highs, right above 3,500 per ounce. Now, for those specific news, the gains are being reversed. Now, why does this matter? Is because often gold acts as a hedge during geopolitical and inflation-driven uncertainty. You guys, you already know that. You've been with me for a while. So the tariff reversal could lower hedging demand, and this is what we're seeing right now. It's lowering that demand because people are getting, all right, everything is going to be fine. There's no tariffs on gold, so that's potentially relieving some upward pressure on gold in that way. And by extension, of course, that will influence the market sentiment and the liquidity flows. So potentially that's why we're getting some relief right now. But yeah, again, yesterday, Trump is not done, by the way. So yesterday, Trump removed over here, he got extension actually on the China tariffs. He signed an executive order extending the US-China tariff truce for, guess what, another 90 days. So that's postponing the planned spike that he had in duties beyond current levels, which were around 30%. And that's avoiding a return to the massive 145% tariffs that have been looming, you guys. So why does that matter? Well, the extension eases immediate pressure on the US retailers, right? And why is that interesting? Well, it's interesting because think about it. Holiday seasons is coming up, right? So within the holiday season, there's going to be a lot of buying happening, and people are preparing to buy a lot of presents and stuff like that. So that is going to help create ongoing trade negotiations between the two countries before the holiday season. So it kind of makes sense. It kind of makes sense to be honest, for that move to be done over here. And now we're gonna look at the charts immediately. Let's have a look. Gentine is here as well. You guys, make sure you keep the chat active and make sure you like the video if you haven't done so already. Coolio. All right, so yesterday we were kind of up here and we were wondering what is going to happen with price. Now we said that most likely with the beginning of week we're going to get some sort of reversal, which happened, right? So I'm glad you guys are on board over here. And hello, Mr. Incredible. And that you're starting to follow quite well what I'm trying to do over here with you guys, and the knowledge that I'm trying to pass on here to you, and hopefully give you a little bit more confidence on your trading. But so yeah, basically yesterday we said that whatever happens over here, we want to be looking at this levels, right? We want to be looking at this levels, and we wanted to see if price on Bitcoin closes below 119,287.2 to be extremely precise. And that happened, right? That happened. So we had the close yesterday below, and that officially is now sort of taking away my bearish bias. If you come over here and look a little bit further, right? If you come over here, you can see that on the 12-hour time frame, you actually don't have any confirmation, right? This is before we're looking at all the other confluences. There is also this confluences over here that you can look on a higher time frame, and you can see that on the 12-hour time frame, you're only going to get a confirmation if price travels below 116K. On a 4-hour time frame, your confirmation would have been essentially down here where price is rejecting right now. This is the area. So if we had a body close down here, this would have been quite bearish, to be fair, on the 4-hour time frame. However, it is not. Mr. Vane, I told you BTC is going up next week. Yes, Mr. Vane, you were absolutely right. For me, I have to wait for all of my confirmations to come in alignment in order to make any trading decisions. I don't just, you know, I don't want to be just on hopes, you know what I mean? I have to follow my plan. So over here, like I said, on the 4-hour time frame, this is the rejection that is showing bullish momentum. What else could you do? Well, you could also, let's open the indicators, see what they're saying over here. See, if you also open the 4-hour sweep indicator that you can get, again, if you come on the description below, you can get my trading, you can get on the trading course strategy waitlist. That's one thing you should absolutely be doing. And then you can get the trading indicators down here with the help of Lux Algo. I've created this, and as you can see, I'm using them every day over here with you guys. So yeah, on the 4-hour signals, here we also see that we have a bullish signal over here. So that's all aligning quite nicely. Now, from here on, you're thinking, where is the best opportunity to enter? Now, obviously, as soon as the day ends, over here, I'm already sleeping, right? The confirmation was down here. Let's have a look around what time. The confirmation was down here with this candle, and then what you would essentially be looking is to price to travel below that, right? So the buy would have been either with this candle over here, or you're even having this candle over here that was nicely developed during Asia. Of course, Asia has a lot of liquidations such as those, and that's Asia low down here. So potentially within this range, you would need to go on a lower time frame and find to position yourself nicely. But anywhere, let's mark it in fact, anywhere around this area, right? Anywhere around 118,698. So if price travels down here, maybe wicks once more time, or just comes to that area, I think I will be confident to be looking for some buys on Bitcoin. This is pretty much what I wanted to tell you guys for today in terms of Bitcoin. Now, of course, we don't know what's going to happen when price travels and takes that high. Now, if we're looking on the 4-hour time frame, we can see that the current most recent target is over here. So if you have the indicators, which Mr. Vane has as well, and a lot of the people in the chat also have the indicators, including Diamond Eyes and everything. She absolutely loves them. So the idea is basically you're looking at this fractal over here, and as price travels up, what you want to be following is whether there are other fractal candles created here on the way, because that might suggest that price is weakening. Now, from here on, our second job is also to determine which asset is going to give more returns to the upside. And over here, even though Ethereum is showing a lower target, I do not believe that, because I'm following Bitcoin here for that mainly. And also the confirmation was here for Ethereum as well, that it is bullish down here, specifically within this candle down here. Right, so you're looking at this level here for Ethereum. So let's say CPI, right? I need to click shift so this can get like quite straight. But anyway, so this is the level you're looking at, 4,217. So let's say CPI plays about, right, and price comes lower. And price comes lower down here, it will be quite lucky for us to catch a move, right? For us to catch a move on a retrace down here, or even here, right? Here, in order to catch this move. If we have a sweep of liquidity as well, I think with CPI, with CPI's volatility, we might get another chance over here down in these levels, because essentially, once again, if you're looking at this chart, and yesterday you have the close, right? You have the close of the day officially. So if you were online and not sleeping just like me, unfortunately, that's my time zone, you would have been happily long down here after the close of this candle. So let's say with this candle, to be more precise, you would be looking for longs, and the rejection over here is quite nice and quite reassuring. So that would have been a very nice trade, of course, if I wasn't sleeping. So now I have to resort to waiting for some sort of a pullback over here in order to be part of this move, or whatever, like on a very low leverage if you are that type of person, but not me. What else did we want to look over here? Yes, we wanted to find out which assets could potentially be stronger and give out more gains. Now for that, are we here both on 1 hour time frame? I would like to be actually on a 4-hour time frame over here. Let's have a look. 4-hour time frame. Now we're going to be looking at Ethereum versus Bitcoin, because essentially this is what we want to understand, right? This is what we want to understand. So both of these lows were taken over here. Is there anything on a daily time frame that we can look at over here? Potentially not. 12-hour, maybe, maybe not. Let's have a look. 12-hour time frame. Low taken. Low taken. Low not taken over here, is it? Wait. You guys have to bear with me as we follow these candles a little bit. So with that candle, we've taken this. With that candle, hold on, we mark it together. We mark it together, so that's creating a lower low over here. That's creating a lower low. And that's creating a higher low. Does that make sense? So essentially what you're looking at over here is Ethereum being the stronger asset. Ethereum is being the stronger asset right now. So ETH is probably the one that's worth trading more in comparison of with Bitcoin, right? In contrast with Bitcoin, Ethereum should be the one giving the better returns over here. So this was the answers that we were looking for yesterday. Now, in terms of how ETH is playing, I really like this reaction. I really like the weekly close above the sell zone over here. We have daily, we have weekly close above Ethereum. So Ethereum is looking really, really fine. In fact, to give some substantial returns, I'm pretty much hoping for us to get over our range, right? Over our range here at 4,937. It could be quite possible with the way price is moving right now. Honestly, you guys, yeah. Can you look at NQES and yeah, sure. We're gonna have a look at that as well. Just give me 1 second to look at Sol as well. Sol over here, you know, not very strong, but again, I think it's gonna follow with everything. So you'll be essentially looking for buys on this asset as well. So let's have a look here. Well, you're getting quite a substantial rejection over here from an area where you would expect a rejection right after we cleared the liquidity that we were hoping to clear. But over here, you know, you have a clear zone. You have a clear zone for buys down here. Even if you're looking at the naked chart down here, you know, very basic stuff. You have a very nice order block. Again, if you don't see it with your eyes, you can just open the indicators and you can find it down here. So anywhere within this buy zone, Solana I think is going to be good for buys. And then this little sell zone that you have over here, which was already mitigated once with this candle, where you're looking for that essentially to get beaten, right? ETH BTC is the most bullish chart right now. Yes, so everything seems to be lining up super nicely, you guys, for us, at least for this week. So let's hope that with CPI we're gonna get some volatility down within the buy zones, and then we're gonna, you know, initiate, or at least I'm gonna initiate some buys over here. So yeah, this is pretty much my trade on gold over here, which I'm looking to close anytime soon, to be honest, because I'm not sure what's going to happen with this trade. I think there is another potential for this to come and roll up all the way up here, where I do have another sell planned over here. I'm not sure if it was exactly in that area or it was somewhere a little bit above, but it's something like that. So this is also a potential for gold over here, and I don't want to be caught up. I pretty much like the gains that I got from this trade. So did I close partials last night? I don't think I closed partials, but let's assess here real quick, because I think on the 30-minute time frame the liquidity was cleared. over here. Yeah, this was pretty much the liquidation level that I was looking at to start with for first take profits, but I don't think I took any profits because I was like very low. Like I think I was with one micro lot over here long in this trade, so there's nothing really to take over here. Sol's dropping because you know, Ethereum is taking the show right now, but we're also looking for buys in Sol. If you go back in the live stream like 2 minutes ago, you'll probably see what we mentioned in regards to Sol. But yeah, gold over here, I think potential another liquidation here to the downside, where I would be taking profits in this Monday trade, which ended up being pretty nice over here. Let's go, you guys. We have 50 people live with us. Make sure you smash that like button. And for anyone that just joined, we just confirmed the bullish bias for Bitcoin and Ethereum. And we also confirmed that Ethereum is going to be the stronger asset to trade right now, giving lots more gains than Bitcoin percentage-wise. So we always are looking for the asset that is going to be the strongest. You guys are more welcome. If you're new here, make sure to subscribe. And also, I wanted to show you guys something. Let me do that right now here with you. So this is something that I've set up for you today because the previous promotion expired today, so I had to go ahead and sort out a new promotion for you. Let's have a look if you have actually good visuals on this. So the thing is, if you come down in this video and register to trade with my link on Bluffin, I'm going to be covering you with the help of Bluffin for $100 refund on any loss you incur, right? And that would be on open and close position during this time period on Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Solana over here, USDT against the USDT. That's how you can get $100 back. All right, so this is valid for only the first 50 users. So that means basically if you're trading right on my link and you lose $100 and more, like if you lose less than $100, it's not going to be valid. But if you lose $100 or more, Bluffin is going to fund back your account with $100, and that's only for the first 50 users. I think in markets like that, this was pretty nice. I personally chose this promotion over here because I know that you know, a lot of us are taking losses, etc. So this is what happens. I'm gonna do a check here on how many likes we have, because I see only 16, but I know there are more, and I know this ad is going to start one more time, and now it's kind of blocked. This is so annoying. I can't do anything right now. What is happening? What? Okay, we're getting ads on. Okay, so we need 17 more likes, you guys. We need 17 more. No, 18, because we have 48 people watching. So we can pump up the likes to 18 right now. Let's see what else is happening here. We have CME Gap, Vilinchikov. Yes, we do. In fact, let's have a look at the CME. This is what all the people are freaking about right now. That the CME Gap is going to be filled, but I think it might be left for a little bit later. But anyway, if we start dropping to fill that CME, I think again is going to be a buy opportunity for us over here in case that happens, because we never know, right? We never know. We can only trade what we see. I think I promised Jantine to look at Pengu as well, so we're gonna look at that real quick over here, see if we can chart something. Okay, this looks like a little bit of a mess, not something that I'm particularly fond of, but all right, so you're pretty much losing right now here a nice support on the 4-hour time frame, but let's look at the higher time frame. If we have something, no, yeah, I guess we have to revert to the 4-hour time frame. Well, potentials for this essentially are going to be to come down again to the buy zone, or a little bit before the buy zone over here. I think would be a nice area as well, a nice mini area down here right now. Nice mini area that down here that could potentially hold price So I'll be looking for something like that. And if it's any deeper, maybe within the buy zone, I'll be happy. If we look on the daily time frame, yeah, on a daily time frame, you could potentially drop a little bit lower, but I think it's a nice try over here to start and get something done. However, the sell is also very clear from over here, to be fair. Right, coming from this level over here, it's quite clear sell. So yeah, it's going to be a little bit of a risky entry in my opinion, if you ask me, but it is possible. Love you too, Yosef. Thank you so much for being here. Hold on one second. Someone asked me if CPI are good, we'll leave this gap for the September low just before the rate cut. Yeah, could be. Absolutely, it could be. Could you check Algo today? Flying hamster. Let's have a look at Algo. Algorand. Let's go. Yeah, have a look at that in quite a bit over here. Yeah, so if you look at the higher time frame on this, mixed signals, to be honest. We have created a low down here. So it's back in the years, so essentially you're not dealing with a lot over here. That's 2023, geez. And then you left this on March, and then in November with the bull run, you pretty much cleared that high, and then you retraced back. So you're not working with quite a lot over here, to be fair. But what's good is the reactions over here from the zones of rejections that we had over here, these two zones. So over here, essentially now you beat up the resistance, and now you're coming back at it. So potentially what you're looking at down here is some sort of a range, and then maybe final liquidation down here within the candle, and then continuation. So I think the deepest this can go is probably down here. If I'm looking at like extreme zones, I'll be probably looking at this little buddy over here to make a move right down here. If we happen to have, you know, drop downs, but if not, then potentially if you want to be safe, you're looking at you know, a break and then a retest of that zone for a continuation of some sort, because over here price could reject, and you're seeing that it rejects, right? So basically this is how the indicators work, right? So you have this high created last year in April 24. And since April 24, the indicators are telling you this is going to be resistance, right? So essentially on a weekly time frame, when you clear a resistance like that, you want to be looking for a reversal, right? You want to be looking for reversal on a weekly. You don't have the confirmation over here. Let's have a look when the short was confirmed. Daily, nothing. Yeah, 12-hour time frame, the short is very, very nice. So for the 12-hour time frame, right, after you trade above this, you traded above this, that's last year. If you were looking to catch the short was absolutely clear, right? Once price traded below this level on a retrace over here, this was your short, knowing that price needs to come down below this liquidity. Very, very simple stuff. And all these things, you guys, once again, I'm teaching in the course that I'm preparing for you. So get on the wait list, because you're going to get prices that no one else is going to get, right? You're going to get discounts on this. I'm going to make it accessible as possible. So make sure you're there. So you are prepared for the bear market, and you know where to short, and you know where to do whatever. So yeah, so I'll go over here. Like I said, if this is true, right? If this is true, you're making higher lows over here. You want to be looking to make another higher low, or you want to be patient and you want to wait for the liquidity to be retested again, right? and then for the levels to be retested again, and then to play. So it's up to you. You watch. If you get a drop, you know, it's good. If you don't, you have to wait a little bit more. When is the course ready? Gentine, like I'm looking potentially this week. Like I've already done like 10 lessons for you guys, you know, with lots of different things on, and then I have to record a lot of stuff. But with me streaming 6 times a week is honestly very challenging. And then it's just other things as well, not only that. But ETH BTC is looking absolutely fine. You know, guys, what are we looking at? The next level over here. Sorry, was that on a daily? Excuse me. Yes. So we're looking to clear that level here on a daily for ETH BTC. So that's another confirmation that ETH is going to be stronger. If you're looking, will the course explain your indicators, Steve? Yes. If you want me to do that, I'll do it. Even though I've already made a short video on YouTube, all you need to do is go in my channel again, and instead of in the live stream section, you go in the video section. And by the way, in every video you watch, after we finish live streaming, there is a link to the trading indicators again in the description box. So like I keep telling you guys, right, just come down and have a look. Because if I open over here, let's say we open, right, let's say we're looking at my channel, whatever, and then we come to the live streams, and then we go to yesterday's live stream, right? We go to yesterday's live stream. We come down here in the description box, right? And here is going to be trading indicators that will 10x your profits today. This is the video. So I always link it for you guys, so it's easy for you to find all the informations, all the promotions, everything, always in the description box. That's what I say. It's not too hard to have a look at it. So anyway, yes, I know these ads are just so annoying. I did get though, YouTube offered me like a month trial for like not to get ads and stuff like that. I'm gonna sneeze. Sorry guys. Yeah, have a look at it and let me know if you're on Discord. If you're not on Discord, again, you can join over there and you can let me know in Discord. We have a suggestion section over there where you can tell us, hey, thank you, Trevor. You always say bless you. Anyway, so as you can see here on a daily time frame, ETH BTC can do a lot of good for us over here. We have lots of liquidity to the upside. This is just the first one over here. So it's going to be quite nice. And for anyone that is new and watching me right now, the people that have been with me for months know that this was the level down here that we were waiting for ETH BTC. In April, that was the first sign of life for altcoins, and we managed to catch that to the T. So if you're new here, know that we've been ahead for quite a while. Everything from the first moment of altcoins exploding this year to the moment of catching Bitcoin dominance to the T, where it's going to reverse using my range model theory. We caught it to the T. Okay, by the way, let's go look at some TradFi. Let's look at oil. Let's look at crude. I'm looking at futures. Who cares over here? Nobody. All right, so crude is at a dangerous buy zone right now. Crude is at a dangerous buy zone. We had the crossover here that we were waiting, and then price completely rejected from it, which was good. Now let's have a look down here. If we're gonna get another explosion on prices over here, this is going to be interesting. But like if we come on the monthly over here, if we come on the monthly, now this is August, right? This is August. Price is dropping, but in July we had an uptick, right? We had an uptick in July, which let's see how that is going to affect the CPI report right now. This is going to be interesting because, as you can see, we had a move up, right? And we were saved by this candle over here with and this one with the good reports that we got. So let's see how that's going to play out. It's going to be interesting. Now, moving on to Nasdaq. Let's have a look. Nasdaq. So for Nasdaq, basically what I've been trying to tell you guys for quite a while is yeah, that I'm still continuing bullish from this level up until we reach over here 24,600, 25,294. These levels are going to be dangerously high for Nasdaq and overall indices. We do have a lot of space. Like we're literally talking another 9%, if we're very lucky, like another 9 to 10% on this are absolutely possible. And then the overextension is 30,000, but I don't know if we're gonna get that. If we're gonna get that, it's probably going to be around the winter times, right? Because Santa rally and all that, for everyone that's been trading equities for a long time, you guys know that around Christmas time it's always an uptick, right? Silver is doing quite well. Silver it has been bullish and it will continue to be bullish over here. This is the futures, which we're not going to get the whole data over here, but this is the chart that I'm looking for, which is a spot down here. So basically this is what you're looking at, right? You're looking at silver reaching $49, $50 level. That's on a monthly time frame. You don't get charts like that ever, right? You don't get it. If you get it on an altcoin, barely, right? Mostly weekly time frame, you get liquidity levels like this. But yeah, silver is on the way up, and it's on the way up strongly. So yeah, very, very positive about that. So that's pretty much it. Let's have a look at VIX over here. VIX again is coming to levels like, if you know, right, we said that as soon as VIX comes down to these levels, it is very possible to uptick, which is what happened beginning of August, and now we're dropping down again. So let's see if you know, if price is going to play about here in this area, and potentially, let's not hope for the worst, but VIX is at definitely at dangerous levels over here. So that's for the VIX. And again, you guys, if you want to get $100 refund on any losses, make sure you come down here in the description box of the video and use the Bluffin link. And you can also use that link to get VIP access in the Discord, by the way. So make use of all of that. But anyways, let's have a look. This CME gap is evident. Everyone is looking for it to get filled, but it might not be the case, to be fair. And if it does get filled, I can see here on a 4-hour time frame we have some support down here, so also need to be looking at that for the futures market over here. So yeah, it's just giving signals that it might be holding this one over here. And thank you so much, you guys, for being here. And again, like the video if you haven't. Make sure you drop a like. And another thing you can do is you can also drop a comment below the video, which really helps us to get noticed out there as, like, you know, someone who is very genuine with the analysis and has no other no other weird interests like shilling you meme coins or coins in general. So all right, I'll see you guys in the next one.